Look at me. Look at the gold. Look at my clothes. I'm a success.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT, and yes, that's my best Razor Ramon impression for you, Hypnotic. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how I apparently am the bad boy of YouTube now, where I just care so much for the video game industry that it is turning against me. And I'm embracing it full on because I'm standing for what I feel is right. And there's a lot of people on my side pushing me forward, like I've said in multiple videos. But this time, it takes a different turn. They have now progressed in the next page of their playbook, where initially it was harmless. It was just kind of joking around, right? DMing someone's spouse out of the blue, telling them how awful their husband is, trying to get them divorced, and laughable for someone who's in a strong relationship like myself, but someone who might have been on the rocks, not so laughable. That kind of thing can destroy stuff. Doesn't matter to these types of people. Then we have someone like Nick Calandra that goes out there and tells people to go after their funding sources. And I mean, before I even go too far with that one, who in their right mind thinks like that? Like, that is insane to me. I feel like we as a community just kind of brushed that one off and it fell through the cracks, like whatever. It's like, no, full stop. You don't talk like that. That is insane. But whatever, okay? Nick said that. He did his piece. He tried to get my website taken down, and I might add successfully did for about 36 hours before cooler heads prevailed and it came back up. But then, after everything that's happened, Alyssa started threatening to sue me. Why? Because I had opinions that I'd like to share online about why I feel like the video game industry is not in the best of places right now, and sharing my thoughts on how we can improve it. She wasn't a big fan of that because that included her not being a part of it anymore, or changing her entire mentality into embracing gamers and looking out for what's best for us. But we all know she's not going to do that. So all that has gone on in the past and whatever. No big deal, right? Okay, we're moving on. We said our pieces and I was ready to leave it as it was. But what happened next? Alyssa kept coming at me and she started using my full legal name in her tweets. And the only outcome that you want when you do that against someone you don't like with a lot of followers is to get them to start attacking your personal life. And she knew exactly what she was doing. But even I could not have imagined it would get to this point. The situation has now evolved into full-on trying to get me fired at my job. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article about how they are now coming after not just my family and attacking me as a father, but also, and I dare say equally as bad, trying to destroy my career and go after my place of work. This is the most despicable action as of yet from these type of people. But at the same time, as they've shown many times before in the past, it's right on brand and should be expected out of them. Let's start at the beginning before we go too far with what's actually transpired. Like I started at the open with this, Nick Calandra made this tweet. These guys will never stop doing this unless you go after their funding sources. Hold up right there. Full stop. Stop doing what, Nick? Stop caring about the video game industry? Stop exposing the people who are doing horrible, malicious things to it, lying about stories to push propaganda? That kind of stuff you want to stop? Okay, I guess that's one angle you could take. If you're a nefarious human being with only your own intentions in mind and screw everyone else, I guess that's what you could say. But even I would never go so far as to say go after their sources of funding. By the way, Second Wind has, what you said, over 20 or 30 or what was it, $50,000 a month that Second Wind gets from Patreon. And you're saying this? Like, imagine if I took your approach and propagated that to tell people to go after your Patreon and say that the things you're doing are actually against the terms of service of Patreon, and if it gets mass reported enough, they could actually take down Second Wind. Imagine if that's the direction that I wanted to take it. But I'd like to think me and my audience are better than you guys. We don't do that kind of stuff. We try to keep it above the belt. Something that you guys have shown time and time again that you have no idea how to do. Anyways, he continued, if you follow me and see what's happening here, I'm asking you to help me stop this before someone gets hurt. Not make jokes about it, not dunk on them. It needs to be reported. Now, this tweet came out before he started his mass false flag campaign against SmashJT.com, ultimately ending it up being taken down illegitimately, illegally, because it was not against any terms of service in violation of anything that my website host had to do with anything. And they cleared me of any wrongdoing and put the site up fairly quickly. But this guy, Nick Calandra, has never shown any kind of remorse, any regret, any apologies, anything whatsoever. He will wear this as a scarlet letter the rest of his career, and he has earned that. It will follow him through everywhere he goes. But that came and went, whatever, no big deal. Then Alyssa started making all these random lawsuit threats against me. Everything, by the way, that I'm talking about here is another way of saying they're trying to silence me. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want the truth to get out there about them because it exposes them for being complete frauds. They are in positions that they should not be in, and by me commentating and exposing them, it scares them because they know that they shouldn't be there in the first place. But regardless of that, they keep pushing forward. Lawsuit threats, DMing my wife, okay? Trying to get my relationship sullied and ruined and potentially leading to a divorce. What type of screwed up person does this kind of stuff? Not to mention it's encouraged and backed by people at Kotaku and management there that have gone along with it and said, yep, totally fine, I'd do the same thing myself. Like, holy crap, get a grip of reality. This is not okay. But then, after all this stuff, I was like, okay, Alyssa's obsessed with me. I get it. I see it. I'm going to keep covering it because, first off, it's interesting. The gaming community wants to hear more about it. And I don't want to let her just off the hook. She's someone who's never apologized for her actions that she's done against me. She has doubled down or tripled down multiple times on them. And I've said I'm going to keep going if this keeps having information to talk about. That's what I do on my channel. So you're not going to silence me by saying, oh, he's obsessed with me, making all these videos about me. It's what I do. It's what a lot of people do. By the way, I'm not the only one making videos on you, Alyssa. I don't know why you singled me out. There's plenty of other channels out there who have made more videos about you than I have. So for some reason, you're very fixated on me. I'd like to think that means because what I'm saying makes an impact, because you know what I'm saying is true and you want to silence it. That's the reality that you can't handle. So anyway, she continues and starts tweeting about me using my full legal name. And as I said in a previous video, this is always dangerous against someone who doesn't use their full legal name in an online persona. Like, if you do it proactively, like Alyssa Mercante does, it's out there, it's fine, everyone uses it, everyone calls you by it, it's no problem. I go by SmashJT. When someone calls me Jeff, whatever, it's fine, I'm Jeff. Yeah, you can call me Jeff if you want. That's my name. Cool, don't wear it out. Okay, got it. High school. I gotta talk to you like we're there, because that's how you act. So, you call me by my full legal name, and act like that's totally normal to do. When we all know, in reality, the back end of that thought process is, you are subtly telling your entire audience of followers to find a way to get at me, to dox me, to go after my family, to go after my place of work. You don't give a shit about what happens to me, and you want to see me burn because you don't want the truth out there. That's the reality. We all know it. It's readily apparent. And if you can't already tell, I'm not gonna be quiet. Like, sorry, this is my channel. I'm going to talk on YouTube about what I want to talk about. Everything is above board. Public information, nothing illegal here. And that's what really gets you. So she starts using my full name in her tweets. Okay, I said that's not cool. She continues to do it and doubles down, triples down. Then we start having her followers do exactly what we knew was going to happen next. This weird Twitter user called Airbagged, I don't know. It's a very strange person. I saw their profile and often retweeted by Alyssa, by the way. So she endorses fully this person, constantly retweeting them what feels like almost daily. So she can't act like she doesn't know who they are because she's always retweeting them. And this airbag person took my full name and searched it in Twitter because that's what these people try to do. They try to get at you any way they can. And sure as shit, what comes up is a 4-year-old post from an old company that I worked at, right? And these people all dive in on that, trying to get me fired, not caring about anything about the company, my life, my family, my kids, anything. They exposed this for everyone to over 10,000 followers of Airbagged to start coming at my personal life. Airbagged said, "You got a whole ass family and I feel incredibly sad for them." No, first off, no you don't. Because if you felt sorry for my family and felt sad for them, you wouldn't be sharing and exposing this to everyone. You'd be DMing me and being like, "Bro, this, that, the other thing about your family. I feel bad for this situation. This is what I do to improve it." You know exactly what you're doing when you say this. You're trying to get people to go after me personally because you don't like me. And you know what? It's fine to not like people. It's totally fine. You're not going to like everyone. But when you start going to this level, it gets very creepy very quickly. Your son is begging you to play catch, and you're just saving photos of journalists to add to your pathetic website. Wait, what does my son begging to play catch? I play catch with my son all the time. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a good father. I'm a very good father. And those of you that know me personally are actually always commending me on how great of a dad I am. So this kind of comes at me like, first off, what the hell are you doing talking about my family? That's like out of bounds, okay? You don't go there. Ever, okay? I don't know what the hell this is, but this ain't the way. This is insanity right now. And your daughter has no idea why you keep making videos about women you hate. What even is that? That is like useless rambling words just to hit the buzzwords of your son, your daughter, bringing up family, about your dad. Like, you're exposing this for everyone, sharing pictures of a 4-year-old post from an old company and bringing all this shit forward to present day. You don't think that there's anything wrong with that? You don't think that's a little bit weird? I mean, just a little bit? And thankfully there were some followers I saw that were kind of calling you out on it, but for the most part, there were a lot of people that were egging you on and retweeting it and sharing it. I mean, this got hundreds of likes. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people that think that this is an okay thing to do? And that was bad enough as it is. And I have this person blocked. I've had them blocked before this point because they've done a lot of creepy things in the past with me too. And I just don't want anything to do with them. Someone shared this with me and I was like, oh my God, like, that is insanity. They will do anything to get at you and try to silence you. But one thing that they haven't learned about me yet, after all the L's they keep taking, is that I don't stop talking. I don't turn my YouTube channel off. I don't go into protected mode like the pussies you guys are. I stand my ground. You will not win this. Keep coming at me all you want. You will not win. I don't know how many L's you need to hold before you realize that, but it's not working, okay? So have fun looking like a complete jackass asshat on the internet for all logical, normal people to see. This is not normal behavior. This is unhinged to the nth degree. And seeing your followers and how they took this, and of course, started retweeting and tweeting at that company that you shared this. Now you are harassing that company where you have no idea my relationship with them. You have no idea any of the back end going on with it. You're straight up now harassing a company. You guys have no limits to your stupidity, okay? But it gets worse. These people are all the same, as I saw Hypnotic say on his live stream. They're all NPCs. Like, I call them sheep, he calls them NPCs. It's all the same information, just checkbox after checkbox saying the same thing over and over and over again because they are directed to do this by someone else and they can't think for themselves. And it's actually embarrassing that they think they're making some sort of impact by just regurgitating the same thought process over and over and over again. Not to mention that everything that all these guys said here, bunch of terminally online losers, all patently false information, easily disprovable if anyone were to even question me about it anyways. So you just look really stupid while you're harassing this company. I don't know what to tell you guys, but get a life. Like, this is obnoxiously unhinged. You need help, like professional help. Help that I am not qualified to give you when you do stuff like this. So after being doxxed, having my website taken down, having direct message sent to my wife, having threatened lawsuits against me, having so many other things being done, and now attacking a place of work, thinking that you're going to get some sort of win out of this, is the most embarrassing approach I could ever see anyone do. But I guess, like I said at the beginning, you guys are all the same. You're all on-brand, moronic, unhinged incels. It's what you are. It's what you'll forever be. And there's nothing you can do about it except cry on the internet. And it is glorious. I will keep making videos, keep getting views, keep getting subscribers, keep getting channel members, keep getting paid off your moronic, idiotic attempts at taking me down. So keep coming at me. Keep trying. It's great. This is the best my channel's ever been doing. So I guess in a weird way, thank you for being unhinged lunatics. All you're doing is Streisand effect helping me, you morons. I mean, here's the other thing, by the way, and Hypnotic brought this up too. What happens if I did work there and they did fire me? Do you think that I would just be like, well, guess I'll just pack it up and take my YouTube channel down? I'm fired from my job. I don't have a place to work anymore. I have all this time on my hands. I'll shut my YouTube channel down. Like, you know, the complete opposite thing is going to happen. It's almost like you are trying to make my channel be a massive success. I don't know how dumb you are, that every time I think I do, it goes to a new level that I'm like, holy shit, you're beyond stupid. This is like unhinged levels of insanity that you need mental help with. And I can't help you with that, like I've said. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. But before I go, I want to say a quick thank you to all the channel members that have already joined the channel as a way of pushing me, motivating me, and pressing forward with my unending attempt at saving the video game industry from itself, because it's a serious issue. If you guys want to support me, hit that join button. It is a way to fight against these unhinged, incel, lunatic Marxists that want their way and can't get it. And anytime someone hits that join button, it's a win for us and another L for them. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.
Smash it.